Angle A is congruent to angle C, and F is the midpoint of line segment AC, and line segments BD and BE are congruent to each other, we now have to prove that line segments DF and EF are congruent to each other. So the first thing we can say is AF and CF are congruent to each other, and the reason for that is the midpoint divides a segment into two congruent segments. We can also say that BC and BA are congruent to each other, and the reason for that is in a triangle sides opposite of congruent angles are congruent. We can also say that DA and EC are congruent to each other, and the reason for that is congruent segments subtracted from congruent segments form congruent segments. We have enough information to say that DAF and ECF are congruent to each other, and the reason for that is side angle side. We now have enough information to prove that DF is congruent to EF, and the reason for that is because they are corresponding to each other.